Thank you for joining me once again. This is my update regarding the current situation in Ukraine as of the 10th of November 2025. Situation and the condition in Ukraine is dire, beyond sad, in fact, it is unbelievable what is going on in Ukraine right now. Ukraine is in total blackout. Even the West cannot even cover up anymore. The damage is so huge that they cannot cover up any longer. People are crying out for help and they are trying to survive. And when Zelensky first started these attacks into Russian critical infrastructures with the help of NATO, some of you were there yapping, you were so happy. You were celebrating. You called it hitting the bull's high. You forget that Russia is the mother and the father of Ukraine. Russia built Ukraine. Ukraine came out from Russia. And Russia knows where every single thing is in Ukraine. What can destroy the economy? What can destabilize the economy? Russia knew where everything was. But you people were celebrating. Oh no, I'm talking about you. Don't go away now. Don't try to back out. You remember when you were celebrating, giving Zelensky a round of applause, because now we know it was NATO that was launching those attacks into Russian critical infrastructure from Ukraine. But why did Ukraine allow NATO to use their land to attack Russian infrastructure? That is the question, right? Because Zelensky allowed them. And now you are all complaining. Vladimir Putin did not want to go this far. Even though every time some of you hear that language, you go, hey, Vladimir Putin is evil. Hey, Vladimir Putin is a bad man. Hey, blah, blah. He didn't want to go this far. They pushed him. They continue to push, and they are still pushing. If it was Dmitry Medvedev, Ukraine would have been on its knees a long time ago, because Medvedev is a different kind of character. He don't have that patience. He don't have that calmness. But because it's Vladimir Putin, and Vladimir Putin understands that Ukraine people, nearly half of the people in Ukraine are Russian-speaking citizens. That is why he is holding back. Now the bear is roaring. And all of you are complaining, you're yapping. Continue. No fair play in a war game. Nothing but pain, destruction, and death. That is the honest truth. This war in Ukraine, or this project in Europe, was one of the most wasted and damaging investment that was ever embarked on by the West as a whole. Whether NATO, whether United States, whether Russian 18 countries or Russian friendly countries, the project Ukraine and the war against Russia was the most, and it is going to be the most, what's the word? Let me look for the word. The most useless investment ever made in the history of mankind. And I mean, they underestimated Russia, and they are still in denial. They underestimated Russian ability to defend against the West, NATO, and whatever you want to call it. But they soon learned. They soon learned, but they are still in denial. And that is what the problem is. And they will not accept defeat in order to save their own individual political ambition. That is what this is all about. They will not accept defeat easily because they want to save the shame. They want to save their political ambition. Zelensky made some really interesting statements. Today, Zelensky is seeking Patriot air defense system from the United States to counter Russian firepower. President Zelensky, let's call him that way, says he wants to buy 25 Patriot air defense systems from the United States so that Ukraine can try to fend off the relentless Russian bombardment on its infrastructures. 25 Patriot air defense system. It takes about nearly a year to produce one system, but Zelensky won 25. Now, let me take you to the funny part. Zelensky said today, the 10th of November 2025, he said he wants to order 25 Patriot air defense systems from the United States as Ukraine desperately needs them to stop Russian aerial bombardment. And he said, I'm sorry. He said he understands that these Patriot air defense systems are expensive and such a large batch of about 25 could take years and years to manufacture, maybe 4 or 5 years to manufacture those 25. But Europe can give their own Patriot air defense system, the one they have now. Why don't they give it to Ukraine and then wait for the replacement? He wants Europe to gather all their Patriot air defense system and give it to Ukraine. And then Europe should wait for 5 to 10 years to get a replacement. Huh? Oh man, Europe is finished. Okay. What is this guy called Zelensky thinking? When I was making this report, when I was doing this script, I was just laughing. Zelensky wants Europe to give, he wants to destroy Europe. Even with Europe having those Patriot defense system right now, they can't even shoot down a drone. And Zelensky just want them to give 25 to Ukraine. Well, what happened to all the Patriot air defense system that have been given to Ukraine? What happened to the recent ones that was provided by Germany to Ukraine? It was all destroyed by Russia, even before they got to the front line, or even before they got to the cities where they were needed. Russia destroyed all of them. In total, from the report I read today, Ukraine must have received nearly maybe 20 Patriot air defense system and a lot of other, conventional air defense system since this war started. Russia destroyed everything. Russia had continued to destroy everything. The full Patriot air defense system that include the launcher, the missiles, and the radar cost around $1 billion US. And $1 billion US. Yet the Patriot defense system is outdated. It cannot match Russian ordinary Iskander ballistic missiles. The Patriot system cannot shoot them down. It only has power on drones and conventional cruise missiles. That is all. With the Iskander ballistic missiles, no way. Talk about the grandfather, the great-grandfather of missiles, Kinzai, no chance. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on here? What is going on here? When is this man going to wake up and see the reality of that? Zelensky claimed Russia is not tired. Listen, Zelensky said Russia is not tired. Russia has not even started. The man is confessing. He said Russia has not even started yet, because right now Vladimir Putin had amassed about 170,000 new fresh soldiers to be introduced into this war to finish Ukraine off. So please, Europe, give us your lifeline and then wait for another couple of years to get replacement. On the battlefront though, Russia had taken 10 villages today. the battlefront had completely collapsed. Completely. Russia is... I said this a while ago. I said, all these refineries that NATO is destroying, hitting inside Russia through Ukraine, they can rebuild them. They can repair them. But the land Ukraine is losing to Russia, never. That is gone for life. And, all right, okay. Let's face the reality. Okay, let's face reality here. Those deals, you remember Vladimir Putin presenting nearly 5 to 6 or 7 or 8 deals, yeah, to Ukraine a couple of years ago. People were saying those deals are bad. Ukraine should not accept it. Zelensky is saying Ukraine will not give up land. We will not give an inch of our land. But Russia is taking the land regardless. Russia is destroying everything and taking all the land regardless. You know what? I give up.